Howdy, howdy. Happy Wednesday.
Hey,
Hey, Miss
everybody.
Tiger. How
Hello,
are
Miss
you?
Peach. I'm still kicking.
Right. Hey, Keith. Hey, David. How are y'all?
Hi, guys. It
I'm laughing.
ain't my
David's
fault. I
like,
know that.
what's this about? Keith is like, volcanoes. And
Yeah, it's not about volcanoes.
well, part of it is we don't go over
Well, yeah,
Yellowstone again. So,
Yellowstone. Yeah,
yeah,
but Yellowstone is on that fault line too. So, and that's what's going to kick off the volcano.
right.
Or maybe it'll be the other way
Absolutely.
around. I don't know.
Never can tell. That's for sure.
Keith, if they don't have video evidence, it never happened.
That's right. Y'all know how it is. We'll give it a few minutes to see if more people roll in. I figure Hoot will be here shortly.
Oh, yeah, Hoot's always here.
Oh, yeah.
There's Klingon.
Hey, Klingon, how are you? Good to see you. Oh.
That ain't no lie, David.
Right. And if they need sources for fact check, I'll give it to them.
Girl, I've had such stupid crap fact checked by Facebook. I mean, like, idiotic shit. Like, who gives a fuck shit?
Right. Glad to hear, Klingon. They've done me the same way.
My poor daughter, she has literally been banned, like, even from her own Facebook. Like, she can't post on her own site, business site. Just retarded for no reason. They don't even give a reason. Oh, by the way, you're restricted. For what?
Oh, my Lord.
And have you ever noticed if you've ever been banned on Facebook or anything, there is no way to get a hold of them to find out why.
Yeah. I've been Facebook jailed quite a few times.
You know, I actually never have. Even when there's stuff I post that I just know they're going to say, okay, you're in jail. You're in timeout. Nope. My poor daughter does absolutely not a damn thing. And gets in it all the time.
Right. Hey, KP, how are you, hon? Glad to see you. Pinball actually sent KP over.
Oh, okay. I love pinball. I watch him all day long here lately, it seems like. He's been posting so many vehicles. Jesus Christ. So many videos.
Yeah. Glad to hear, KP.
Allegedly, Keith. Allegedly. Never admit fault.
Right.
Yeah, I have a business on Facebook too, but I've never had any issues. Actually, my daughter has me as a co-administrator on her site because she gets kicked out of it so often that if it wasn't for that, she couldn't even get anything on there.
Yeah. I know back when I used to have, Facebook pages, I had a page of my own,
Yeah.
and it wasn't nothing for me to get locked out of it.
Yeah, I can't, like I said, for some of the stuff I post and
Mm.
have posted in the past, I can't believe I've never been restricted or put in jail. Now, Chris, my husband, they have drug stuff up from him from like 10 years ago and restricted him on it. It's like,
That's
okay, this
crazy.
is before you even had any friggin' Facebook regulations. How can you retroactive that shit? Jesus.
Yeah.
Have they ever heard of a grandfather clause? To my daughter, Pete or David?
Yeah, he's telling my daughter.
It's her Facebook site for her business.
All right, Keith, I'm gonna play both of them. I ain't get to check the second one out, but that first one, oh my lord, I wanted to cry. That blew my mind.
KP, now Klingon is the princess of YouTube, so you gotta be nice to her.
Klingon's awesome.
I know, I love her. She was one of the very first people on YouTube that I actually started talking to. Like, because I watched it for years and never said anything to anybody, never on any video lives or in a comment. I mean, I would like the videos, but
Yeah. I know there for a while it took me a little bit to start, talking to people.
right. Now they probably wish they could get me to shut up.
No.
I don't know. Sometimes I talk too much.
Nah. There ain't no such thing in the YouTube world.
That's a lie because you know how many times I listen to panels and there's somebody on there and I'm like, Stedding's a good one for this. And I like Stedding. I've actually met him and everything. And he's a cool dude, but that dude never shuts the fuck up. Just, it's like, damn, dude, there's other people. Give them a chance. Oh, that's
I've
awesome,
only met
David.
I've only met one person that I met through YouTube.
Well, the only ones I've ever met are the ones I went to the meetup and met. I mean, I watch Roots and Refuge. I don't know if any of you guys know that channel. I love Jess.
Yeah.
And we went down to Baker's Creek in Mansfield, Missouri one year for their May. I don't remember exactly what they call it, but it's like a spring. Oh, it is a spring planting festival. That's the name of it. And I missed her just by hours. Like we were there. It was hot as hell. We were there for hours and hours, and it just got too hot, so we left. And I just missed her by hours, and I wanted to meet her so bad. She's so awesome.
Oh. Hey, Hoot, how you doing?
Hi, Hoot. Yes, she does, Klingon. I love her channel. And like, especially this year, because like they've got that whole new place down in South Carolina and they've had all those soil issues because of the compost she's got, and seeing what she's
Mhm.
doing to fix. I've learned so much from her channel.
Yeah, she's got it going on, that's for sure.
Yep. Sometimes I'm jealous, but then at other times I'm like, I'm right where I need to be.
It's true.
May not want to be right where I am, but at this point in time, I'm right where I need to be. Oh yeah, for whose birthday? Who?
I was wondering the same thing.
Keith, I'm on my 8th one today, so you better catch up. But then, I worked last night, so.
They'll hit you all at once.
Nah, I'll be in bed by then. I will. And I have because I'm getting up early. As soon as we're done with this, I'm in bed. I'm not staying up to watch anybody else. I don't care who's on. I just have too much to do because I'm canning the pot pie filling and the sloppy joe, and then I have herbs to dry, and I'm going to just a minute. I'm going to transplant my fruit trees into bigger pots. I just have too much to do. So that's all right.
Oh, I know that. Tiger.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello?
Every once in a while you go out. Can you hear me?
I'm sitting in the kitchen. I can hear you fine. But this is my spot in the kitchen, so yeah, I'm not sitting somewhere else. This is like
I hear you.
Chair.
I hear you. That's like my spot on the back porch. I ain't a moving.
Right? It's like if somebody was sitting in my chair, I make them move. This is my chair. And if they say that I don't own it, yeah, I do. Paid for it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
David, that's okay, hon, because somebody's got to be sober. You're the DD.
That's what I was fixing to say. He's the DD. I'm drunk on coffee, so does that count?
Hell, yeah, caffeine buzz. Oh, you're taking your ham test? See, that's something I've been slacking on. I need to get that done.
So do I. So do I.
It'll have to be this fall, though. I just have too much stuff going on in the summer and beginning of fall with the garden and everything.
Yeah. I have not heard from Susanna.
Red, white, M&M's. Oh, my God. That is so funny because I was dying for M&M's at work last night.
Ooh. All right, guys. So y'all can tell from the title what today's topic is going to be. I have got back into my shift books pretty majorly. I'm averaging about 1 to 2 a day.
Awesome.
I'm a bookworm.
Me too.
I admit it.
Yep, I'm a dork.
And I read a book the other day about, the different fault lines and stuff like that. It started off with New Madrid. No, it started off with, I can't remember which fault line, and then it went to New Madrid. It went to the San Andreas, the Cascadia fault line, the Cascadia super volcano, and of course they had to throw Yellowstone in there like Cascadia wasn't enough.
Right.
And y'all, hey, Miss Tammy, how are you?
Hi, Tammy.
And y'all know I am a nerd when it comes to earthquakes, when it comes to volcanoes. I think I'm more worried about that than I am bear.
Right.
In which there's been a lot of talk about bear today, especially, but I figured we'd step away from that for a little bit.
Right. Not much we can
You
do
know,
about it anyway.
that's right. And as much as we prepare for Walter Alpha Romeo, there are other things we need to, prepare for.
Right.
Because an earthquake can happen at any time.
Yep, no warning. Just like most of nature.
Right. And I don't know if y'all know it or not, but South Carolina's been getting hit several times a week by a magnitude 2 to 3 earthquakes.
Right.
And when you think about earthquakes, you don't think about South Carolina.
No, you don't.
There are over 100 fault lines running through the U.S.
Oh yeah, there's a
Hey,
lot
Miss
of them.
Such. His TikTok friend had an earthquake today, and she lives in South Carolina.
Wow. I miss Hutch.
How you doing, Miss Hutch? And I don't know why I live in a tornado and hurricane prone area.
Right. Yeah, you do.
But little to most people know, we all hear about the San Andreas fault.
Yep.
But do y'all know there's another fault line that's more dangerous than the San Andreas?
Which one?
New Madrid.
Okay, now see, I actually did some research on New Madrid today because I used to know a lot about it. Like back when I was a teenager, they kept saying we were going to have the big one here in the Midwest. It was going to be like 1811 and 1812 and all that stuff. We actually had earthquake drills in school and stuff. But now they're saying that the New Madrid fault is shutting down. And
Wow.
this is a recent I should have wrote the damn site down. But yeah, I mean, just if you Google the New Madrid fault line, it'll show you, it'll come up. But they're saying that it's shutting down because now they actually think that the all the little earthquakes we've gotten over the past 20, 30 years, those are still aftershocks from the 1811, 1812, and then it is actually shutting down.
Oh, wow.
I know, I
I
was
didn't.
surprised too.
Yeah.
But hey, also relieved because hello, where do I live? Right on that ditch.
Exactly.
But there's also, they
Mhm.
found a new fault line in Missouri that runs from St. Louis to Cape Girardeau, and it follows the Mississippi River.
Mhm.
And they named it the St. Genevieve seismic zone.
Oh, wow. Huh.
So yeah, I mean, New Madrid, that has, if it ever was to have a major quake,
Mhm.
it could literally wipe out the whole Midwest. It could like make us a flood zone.
Yeah. And I know that at one point when I was researching it, not today obviously, but in the past, they was talking about the 1811, 1812, earthquakes.
Right.
But if New Madrid ever happened to go off, there would be a possibility that it could split the country basically in half.
Almost. Yep. Yep. I seen that too. It'd be like the Gulf of Mexico just came all the way up, all the way
Mm-hmm.
past or into Iowa. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was going to ask you if you seen that. What was that? They were talking about it like 10 to 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But the older I get, the more distorted time gets, just so you know.
Right.
But
But yeah, they did make a movie about it. It was called 10.0.
oh yeah, but they seriously like had maps out where it
Mm-hmm.
showed how it was nothing like where I live now, and even my place down in the country would all be underwater. And my place in the country is 200 miles from where I am now, and more towards the center of Missouri than where we live full time. So like I couldn't even just say, okay, let's just head down to the country because we'd still be fucked. So, you know, I mean, I remember when I seen that, I was like, so what's the point? It don't matter where I live. It's uh, I'm just gonna die from an earthquake. I mean, but yeah, I really got into the earthquake fault lines today and which places have the most earthquakes in the United States, and which ones have the least. So if you're in Florida, you're good. If you're in Alaska or California, it was nice knowing you.
Right.
Oh my God. Do you remember like 3 years ago when Alaska had that really bad earthquake?
Mm-hmm.
We had only
Yeah.
been home not even a month from our Alaska vacation when that happened, and that's where we were. Like that highway that got all tore up, we drove it every day.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That would have been scary.
Hell, girl,
Just.
being on vacation and something like that happens, I don't think so.
Right. Absolutely. I hope with as many fault lines as up that way, I wouldn't doubt it. Just saying. And there's
Yeah, Oregon's
volcanoes up
got
that way
several
too.
fault lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And
didn't want
just
to
think,
sound like a total I don't know what the hell's going on when I got on today, so I actually did a little research.
I figured you would. That's the reason why I told you what the topic was going to be about.
Yeah, we all need a school desk. Get underneath it, it'll save your life.
Right.
Not only from major natural catastrophes, but hey, nuclear bombs, you're golden.
Mm.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how are you, Who? But you know, I've been following this lady on YouTube for a little over a year now, and she does updates on Yellowstone. And she's in all the earthquakes.
I don't know if it's just me, but you're robot.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me
Maybe it
now?
might just be me. Yeah, now I can.
Okay. This lady on YouTube that I've been following, she actually has proof that the USGS has not been reporting all earthquakes in Yellowstone.
Oh, I'm sure they haven't. I don't even know how they could keep up with all of them.
Mm-mm. That land shakes daily.
Well, and that's something I was reading about, like the New Madrid. They said that
Mm-hmm.
the earthquakes here are harder to record because
Mm-hmm.
of the type of land mass we have here. Because it's not rock all the way. It's got a lot of sediment and stuff like that in it. It makes it
Mm-hmm.
absorb the impact, or well, it's not an impact, but you know what I mean. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so it's harder to record it and get a good reading on it.
Absolutely. And that's one reason why New Madrid would be more devastating than on the West Coast.
Yeah, because of that fact, it actually spreads further too.
Mm-hmm. There'd be a lot of sand blows. The
Yep,
Mississippi would run backwards instead of
which
the way
it
it's
has.
supposed to. Yeah. No, Mark, I do not.
I don't either.
Luckily, I don't live close to no known faults. The closest one to me is about 6 hours away.
That's still close though, Peach.
It
We
is
got
a
a good
major,
sized earthquake.
yeah,
6
about a
hours is driving time. That's not actual as the crow flies mileage.
right.
Hey, there you go, Keith. See which one of us survives it. I'm betting on me. I got a pretty good tolerance after all these years.
mm, uh, you know, a lot of the faults, whether it be major or minor faults, are connected.
Yes.
So, I'm going to pose a question to y'all. Do y'all think if, let's say, the San Andreas was to pop off with a 9,
Okay.
do y'all think that the other fault lines would pop off as well?
I think I'm not knowledgeable, but if it was and a nine's a pretty good one, um,
Mm,
that it could trigger tremors and stuff along them, but I don't think they would be anywhere near as catastrophic. But yeah, I mean, I
Not
felt
very well,
that's
could
just
we?
like this new one they just found, the St. Genevieve one. It runs
Mm.
like it intersects the New Madrid. So in a couple of places. So if it went off, if that was to have a decent sized one, could it trigger the New Madrid into going into a major one?
Very well could. Did I lose service?
No, I hear you.
Oh, okay. You went quiet.
Oh, I was listening and reading.
Yeah. What are? Oh, what they're talking? Okay, I got you, Keith. But you know, I believe, like Tiger said, I believe it could. Maybe not the magnitude of the quake that starts it, but there would be tremors.
Now
Just
I
last,
think.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go ahead.
Just last week, there was a earthquake. It wasn't in the U.S. It was somewhere across the water. I can't remember exactly where, and it was felt in Yellowstone. And Yellowstone is now releasing more gases than normal.
Right. Well, see, that relates to what I was getting ready to say. I think if Yellowstone was to have not necessarily the big explosion that everybody is always so scared of, but just a
Hmm.
decent sized explosion, I think it could definitely trigger along all those fault lines and you'd have a ripple effect throughout the whole United States.
Right. Who, when I was
Sorry,
probably
I'm
about,
laughing at David.
you good, but who, when I was probably about 11, 12 years old, it was during the summer, and my mom was in her bathroom getting ready to go to town. We was on go to town, and I was sitting at the breakfast. All of a sudden, the whole trailer shook. The walls kind of bowed out, and then they went back in. So I don't know if that was an earthquake or not, but that's the only thing I can remember.
Yeah, I felt a couple of like minor earthquakes here in St. Louis and down when I was actually living around where my property is now. But yeah, when I was a teenager, I was in my bedroom and like everything just shook, like all the knickknacks and the stuff on the shelves. And I mean, it wasn't just like a little shake, but it wasn't like a major shake either. Um,
Yeah.
and I went out in the living room and I'm like, eh, my dad's sitting there and I'm like, what was that? And he was kidding. Like literally he was joking. He's like, oh, that's just an earthquake. And then like not 5 minutes later they came across with a news flash that there was an earthquake that hit from the metropolitan. So he was joking and he wasn't wrong. So
Hmm.
And that's when I first became aware of the fact that we actually lived on a fault line.
I believe it. I mean, even though I don't live in the area where New Madrid is, due to the closeness, it does worry me.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a seriously catastrophic earthquake, you'd feel it down there, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Hope said he's felt too, one of them when he was lying down, and it made him nauseated.
Wow. But they actually had like a couple earthquakes up here in the past year, and now one I kind of felt, but it was like so slight. It was like, what was that? It was like gone before you even realized what was going on. And the
Hmm.
other one I never felt at all, and it was actually relatively close to where I am. And but it was such a low magnitude. I guess it just I didn't notice it. I had people from YouTube messaging me, "Did you guys feel that?" And I'm like, "Feel what?"
Yeah.
Hi,
Hey,
Miss
Sharon,
Sharon.
how are you? But yeah, we down here we never done earthquake drills. We done tornado drills and we did fire drills. That was
We
it.
did all three. I mean, they don't do the earthquake drills here anymore, not that I'm aware of anyway. They didn't when my girls were in school. But
Mm,
when I was in school, we did all three.
right. But yeah,
And a hurricane drill is get your ass out.
right.
I've,
Absolutely.
I've been only been through the one, and I don't ever want to do that again. You can only fight so much at one time.
Oh boy, Klingon.
Oh hell yeah! If you were in California, anywhere around Needles,
Right. I'm gonna open up the panel in a little bit, guys.
I know when we used to drive through Needles on the big rig all the time, there was always earthquakes down around in there. That highway was so effed up. Like,
Mm,
can't even describe it. It's like trying to drive on a mini roller coaster. I mean,
yeah,
but
David, we
yeah,
never done. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
We never,
I said
we
it first.
never did winter drills.
Yeah, me either. We don't get that bad of snow around here.
We lucky if we get a snow flurry during the winter.
Oh, well, we get snow, but we've never had like anything you had to like seriously worry about since I was a kid anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't snow nowadays like it did when I was growing up. And they call school off for a flurry. Like I remember having to try to walk to the bus stop on a sheet of ice. Like we couldn't walk.
Mm,
Yeah, I rode out Katrina too, but you know what? I didn't think it was fun. I actually had video footage of my house going away into the Gulf.
but
About the only natural disaster I've managed to avoid is a volcano, and I'll just say that way. I'm good with that.
right. The
Something about
3-year-old, go ahead.
lava.
Right. The 3-year-old today, when I was out here doing my research, she was standing out here with me, and he said, "Nene." I said, "What, Bubba?" He said, "Volcanoes has lava."
Yes, they do.
And one of the sites that I pulled up had the NASA emblem on it, and he pointed
Right.
at it. He said, "That's space."
Oh wow, he's smart.
He is. He's very, very smart. Live.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Klingon. I mean, obviously tsunamis aren't that common, but our weather has been so screwy the last few years. Who knows?
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, I know an earthquake isn't actually weather, but I still classify it in that category.
Well, technically, it can be caused by weather from the sun or the moon.
Now I could see the moon because it's got a gravitational pull.
Hmm. With like the solar flares and all we've been experiencing,
Yeah,
they're saying that that's the cause of the increase in earthquakes and volcanoes.
could be.
Did,
Yeah. Well, I
did
mean,
y'all know?
like I said, I'm not a scientist, so.
Right. Did y'all know that La Palma's still going off?
Is it really? Because I haven't heard
Yeah.
about that in like forever.
Yeah. It's still going off. Which Kilauea is going off in Hawaii, but that ain't no big thing because usually it's going off.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot of those volcanoes down in Hawaii go off all the
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah. And I didn't know till here a couple of weeks ago, Kilauea is not the strongest volcano on the islands.
Oh, no, it's not. I actually knew that. I can't remember the name of the one that is, though.
Mona? No, that don't sound right. I can't remember the name of it.
And yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people worry about Yellowstone going off and everything, like the big one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a nuclear war, people. You're not going to survive at 99% chance. And personally,
Right.
I want to be one of the first ones to die because I don't want to be lingering around in a friggin' nuclear winter scenario.
Right. Neither do I. Because if a super volcano was to go off, it don't matter where it is.
No,
It's going to affect the whole world. It's not going to just
right.
affect that country.
Exactly. And honestly, you're either going to die fast or linger. I'm not the
Right.
lingering kind of person.
No, me either.
So,
And
I
I'm
mean,
actually going.
I don't worry about things that are way beyond my control. Like there's no way on this earth that I mean, I'm not saying if Yellowstone went off and I survived the initial eruption that I wouldn't do everything I could to survive, but I'm saying that I'm not going to sit here and worry about what if,
Right.
I mean, and if they're going to drop nukes on us, I if I'm still alive, I will do whatever I can to survive. But I'm also not going to sit here and worry on a daily basis. Oh my God, what if?
Mm-mm. No.
That's like that is a waste of your energy, and it's just all it's going to do is bring you down and torment you, and just it's just too much. I'm not
It
God.
is.
I cannot control these things.
Mm-mm. But I've pulled up a list of
Yes, there is, Mark Bottoms. Sorry.
you good. Um, I I pulled up a list of what they list as super volcanoes,
Okay.
and this list has 18 super volcanoes worldwide. Anybody want
18.
to guess where? Yeah. Anybody
Wow.
want to guess where the first three's located?
Probably in the United States.
Yeah.
Because I know Yellowstone's got to be one of the top ones.
In the morning when I come back from taking a little man for therapy.
Is Mount Rainier one of them?
And go back to bed when I get back.
Is that what
Which
it's
one?
called? The one up in Washington. What is it, Rainier?
Valley, which I think is
You're cutting out.
nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Rainier isn't one of them.
Okay. So where's the other two?
Yellowstone, which we know, is Wyoming and all. Lone Valley Caldera, which I believe is in, hang on a second.
Nevada?
It is in, yeah. And then they use Caldera, which is Nevada. That's what it
Okay.
looks like. And then number 13 is, oh, that's in Canada.
Close enough.
Yeah,
It's still North America.
right. Hey, boo-ball. She brought the baby to the curtain so I could see.
Oh, how's he doing?
He is doing really good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you seen Zayden hold him by himself? No, like while he's standing up.
Mm-mm.
Watch. Hold your brother.
Mommy, let me hold my stand all by myself.
You got him by yourself. You making okay? Come on, so Nene can do her live.
He outside.
No, Nene's busy. Go. One. No, I'm not asking.
Sorry about that. And the 3-year-old did not want to go back inside.
I noticed.
He loves his Nene and he loves to be outside. But okay, the first three, like we said, is in the US. Number 4 is Lake Toba in Indonesia.
Okay.
Number 5 is Topua in New Zealand. Number 6 is Area Caldera in Japan. 7 is La Grita Caldera. It's in the US. Hang on.
It's in the U.S.
Yeah.
or in Mexico.
No, it's in the US. And it
Oh,
looks
wow.
like it ain't very far from Yellowstone.
Well, that's just fantastic. You know what
Right?
I think? My personal opinion, I don't know this. I've never read it. I
Mm,
think all these volcanoes are connected. I
I think
mean,
so too.
subterraneously.
Mm,
And if one of those ever has a major catastrophic eruption, it's going to set them all off.
Yeah, I think so too. And yeah, that don't bode very well.
Oh no, that's like a what do they call it? A life extinguishing event?
Yeah, extinction level event. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
or what the scientists call a ELE. You know how them scientists are about abbreviating everything.
Yeah, I know because I probably you know what though? Things that
Mm,
I abbreviate in the medical profession and other scientific profession uses the same damn uh, abbreviations or the little letters,
yeah.
only they mean something else.
Oh
Talk about
yeah.
getting confused as hell.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, Klingon.
Oh Lord. And then let's see, you've got Italy, Indonesia,
Damn.
North Korea / China. I don't know how the hell that one's possible. Two in Russia, Bennett Lake in Canada, Argentina, Chile, Bolivia, Japan, and Japan.
So which continent has the most volcanoes?
Let's
Because it's
see.
kind of sounding like North America does.
2, 3, 4, 5 in America. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in 8 in Asia.
Okay. I don't mind them beating us on that,
Mm, mm-mm, me either. So, and I don't even know. I don't see it. I know there's one, or rumored to be one, off the coast of New York in the ocean.
Well,
I
what
don't,
is that one, the Ring of Fire?
yeah.
Now, see if that thing ever went off, would be a life-changing event right there for the world.
Mm-hmm, right. Because it through Alaska, across to Russia, and all the way down.
Right. Klingon, you are
You
so
know,
funny. Everybody would see your dirty dishes.
mm,
Hudal, I've read Revelations so many times. I've read the Bible numerous times, but I've discovered over the years the Bible doesn't make as much sense if you read it from cover to cover as it does if there's books that go together to
yeah,
back each other up. So, and like it's almost the same story, but from another perspective.
absolutely. I mean, if you look underneath the verses, they'll give you, references.
Right. I think that's only in certain Bibles, though. I had one that used to,
Mm,
but the one I have now does not. Like, I used to have my family's Bible on my mom's side. I
yeah.
lost it in a house fire, but
Oh no.
I I lost a lot of things in that, so it is what it is. But Like the one I have now doesn't give references like that, but I know there are certain versions of the Bible out that do that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
Most of the
also
old,
have one that is written in with a lot of the Hebrew names in it.
mm-hmm.
That is the hardest version of the Bible to read I ever read in my life.
Oh wow.
It's like I feel like I need to take a Hebrew class, to speak Hebrew,
Mm-hmm.
which is not going to happen.
No, it's pretty much a dead language, just
Yeah,
about.
it's one, and it's so hard to figure out how to pronounce the words.
Mm.
So yeah,
Pretty
Keith is
much, if you,
slacking. I've already popped one. Let's go. Keep up, dude. Jeez.
pretty much, if you get the older King James version, I don't know about the new one because I don't deal with the new one. But the
Right,
old King James version has the references.
right. Yeah, I
But
think.
yeah,
Well, I know definitely my family Bible was the old King James, and then I think I had another one that was an older version. But like I said, I lost pretty much everything between a hurricane and a house fire.
yeah. But keep making up words now.
Hey, it's allowed. Every word that we
Right.
speak now was made up at one point.
Absolutely. All right. I'm gonna close this laptop and put it up.
Do you ever wonder how everybody started speaking all these different languages? Well, I mean, the Tower of Babel, but
Mm-hmm.
wherever, who wrote the first word? I mean, how did you even know what letters to use?
Right.
Because it all used to be pictographs. Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
And then now it's letters. Like the
Mm-hmm.
Egyptian language, like the old Egyptian is all pictographs.
Yeah. Be safe, Mark.
See you later.
Yeah, I have tried the um free Bible apps, and yeah,
I don't
they
like
do
them.
change them. I
I don't
don't
like
either.
them. I've had two of them and I didn't like either one of them, so I just didn't anymore.
Same here. What you say we open up the panel and have a discussion?
Let's go for it.
Uh, ah,
That
if
didn't
I
sound
can get
good.
my if I can get my keyboard to work with me.
There you go. You did it.
Yep.
Oh,
Anybody
David,
wants to
there's.
come up? Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you good.
I told you I talk too much.
Mm-mm. No, you don't.
David, there's a lot of chapters that were originally
Let's
in the
come up.
Bible that we never see anymore. We've never heard of. That's because
Mm-hmm.
the churches that were around at that time all had a conference, got together, and decided what they were going to put in the Bible and what we didn't need to see.
Right. Pretty much anything, Keith. Yellowstone, earthquakes, the Bible.
Pick a subject. Why you're such a slow drinker?
That's true, David. That they are.
Exactly. That is why. Because they didn't want the followers of Jesus to overtake their religions. That's why. And I promise you, pretty much all of the Christian holidays that we follow now are all based in pagan philosophies. Every one of them. Because that's how they brought the pagans into the Christian church.
Right. I'm working on it, Keith. I is a working on it.
Well, let me know when you're getting ready to play it so I can take my chat off.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not going to show the video.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. But, all right. Let's get it pulled up here. Now, you let me play it earlier.
That was then and this is now.
Now, why? I'm working on it, Keith. I'm working on it, I promise.
So while Peach is doing that, what do y'all do? How y'all's gardens and all going on? Are you serious, Klingon? That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Oh no, I don't love him. No. That's whenever we watch something that those I've already seen, but it's so good that I want to see. Like movies.
Oh, goodness.
God, that's such a new Bible, David. It's like my Bibles were from the 70s and 80s and older.
It's making me download it.
Yeah, I'm fixing to pull plants up tomorrow. All my bush beans, they're done. So I'm going to pull them up. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to replant there. It's either going to be zucchini and yellow squash or more bush beans. Okay, Klingon.
It wasn't like this and let go. It was like this.
I ain't ignoring you guys, I promise.
No, we know you're busy. Oh my God, David. Oh no. Maybe something got to him, Klingon. That's awesome, Hoot. Hi, Ark. How you doing?
AR, are you?
Hello, this is Ukrainian, and I have something absolutely shocking.
All right, let me get this rewound back. All right, here we go.
All right.
Hello, this is your Ukrainian friend, and I have something absolutely shocking to tell you. So please push this till the end. You have to hear the story and share and comment as much as possible if you feel like. So I just got off the phone with my mom, and in Western Ukraine, where my family is, we have a lot of hospitals that are receiving like all of the wounded soldiers and prisoners of war, and patching them up and saving lives. So the other day, apparently there was a prisoner exchange, and the Russians sent us 100 men that they basically were abusing the whole time. And when they arrived at the hospital, we haven't gotten any information on the personal stories yet. But basically, what was happening is that, sorry, it's just even hard to talk about this. What the world needs to know about this, what's going on. So there was 100 men that were not bad. They lost all like half of their weight. And if you remember seeing the Azov Battalion's commander pictures before and after, where he lost 400 pounds, one of them captured in the Russian army. But these guys basically got all of them. They were raped on a daily basis. Can you imagine that? And that's not even the worst. The worst part that they got castrated. All of them got castrated. And if this is not genocide of Ukrainian people, I don't know what it is. And now they're all in hard condition because, in the same circumstances that they were castrated, they performed that with them. It probably wasn't clean, and they have wounds, and the things are like rotting, and you don't even know how many people are staying. But that's what these animals are doing. Like, I used to feel bad for the Russians who were like, because I thought, oh, maybe, like, it was giving them that benefit of the doubt. They're doing this, like, they're not forced to do it. They're not forced to, rape children and toddlers and share it on the Telegram channels where they post it about it. Like, they're just, I don't know, it's like they're devil inside of them, and they're like Satan possessed. I really don't understand. I feel like this is not following any kind of rules and or humanity. Like, this is so disgusting. So please, guys, just hear the story and tell people, and the world needs to know. I love you very much. Thank you for watching. Slava Ukraine. Hello, this is your Ukrainian friend.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I caught the gist of it. I mean, I only have one good ear right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you should put that link in the description.
Keith, you still got that link, hon? That's just that. That blew my
Hey, if
mind.
Mark had the weather that we've had, there's no working in the cool of the day. Sorry, I was answering Klingon.
You good?
Yeah, that's crazy that they're kind of. But you know what? Every time there's a war or a perceived war, there are the worst atrocities that people can
Mm-hmm.
do to each other enacted. So that shouldn't even be a surprise to anybody. I mean, war makes people do brutal things. And maybe not, maybe make isn't the right word, but it enables them to do it. Because people that do things like that were always going to be able to do it.
Absolutely. And I heard Bear is fixing to go after Crimea.
They've been saying they were going to for months now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, David, adults. And, you know, that's just wrong on so many levels.
All of it is. Look at the atrocities that happen in this country without a war. And it goes on every day.
Yeah, it does.
So what do you think's going to happen when things really get bad in this country?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Keith. Who? Yes, they were soldiers. All right, here's the next video Keith sent me.
According to Project Looking, it appears in this timeline Donald Trump will be the 45th president, and he'll attempt to save the world from the globalists by attempting to save America. Most Americans, even citizens of the world, are not ready for what will be revealed at that time. The forces of darkness, which harm my family, will turn against him, but he and Junior will prevail. Justice will prevail. We choose a great awakening not because it is easy, but because it is hard, and it is right and just. Therefore, where we go one, we go all. Any time will come many years from now, the year 2024 for Junior, to reveal himself and right the wrongs of history. Humanity will be great reset and a great awakening shall begin before. Where we go one, we go all together. We are one great nation under God. So may God bless the United States of America.
That voice does sound familiar. I just can't
It does
place
to
it.
me too. We don't have shelters here like that to run to. Our country doesn't care about us.
Nope.
Not anymore. They used to.
That just, and it's on irk me till I figure out whose voice that was.
I know it sounds, he kind of sounds like Winston Churchill, but
I'm
I know
leaning with
that's not.
who because that's who it sounded like to me too.
Yeah, it could have been John Kennedy. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's way back from that era for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But it did sound
America's fixing to have some very dark times ahead. People in this country think that all the things that happen in third world countries and all the war shit that goes on overseas and everything can't touch us. They should have already learned through 9/11. It can touch us. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse than that. I mean, that's the way I believe. I pray I'm wrong. I really do. I pray I'm wrong because I don't, and not even for me because I could give a shit. I'm almost 60. My life is, I'm sure, half over. So whatever. But I've still got kids. I've got grandchildren. I don't want them to have to live through stuff like that. I don't want my family to have to live through that, or my friends and their families. I mean, I don't even worry about it for myself because I could I don't care. I mean, everybody's going to die when it's their time to die, but
Yeah.
yeah, up in the area I live in, well, I actually live in the city, so dude, there is no way you could get me in an enclosed basement in the city with the people that live up here. No, I'll take my chances right where I am. That would be worse than the damn Superdome.
Believe we have one. Right. And I have claustrophobia too.
Yeah, I don't have claustrophobia, but yeah, I have a fear of dealing with a whole group of stupid people. And when you get a bunch of people in a
Absolutely.
panic, that makes it 100 times worse.
Mm-hmm.
When people are panicking, you don't know what they'll do. They'll do things they don't even know that they would do.
They don't, desperate people do desperate things.
Exactly. That's why I try not to ever, and I know I do, but I try not to ever use the phrase, I would never do that, because you don't know what you would do if you were in that position at that time. Nobody does. And the thing
Yeah,
is,
I'm
it's
not.
not even just about strangers, it's about the element of people that congregate in a urban environment. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about race, people. I'm talking about the mindset of people that live in an urban environment.
Yeah. Yeah, David, I'm not too fond of those either.
See, I don't really have claustrophobia, but I don't like to be confined. Like, if I can't move, I will lose my mind.
So,
You better gag me too, because my mouth will be moving.
give me just a second, Hope. Ha ha. What's up, Keith? Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, Keith's got himself muted. Okay.
Oh, is he up there? Keith!
He's up here with us.
Yep, he's up here. The beer must have got to him.
All right. Did he? Download. All right, here we go again, Hope.
According to Project Black, It appears in this timeline, Donald Trump will be the 45th president, and he'll attempt to save the world from the globalists by attempting to save America. Most Americans, even citizens of the world, are not ready for what will be revealed at that time. The forces of darkness, which harm my family, will turn against him, but he and Julia will prevail. Justice will prevail. We choose a great awakening not because it is easy, but because it is hard. It is right and just. Therefore, where we go one, we go all. A time will come many years from now, in the year 2024, for Julia to reveal himself and right the wrongs of history. Humanity will defeat the great reset. A great awakening shall begin when we go all together. We are one great nation under God. So may God bless the United States of America.
There you go.
So is that Roosevelt? Or maybe Eisenhower?
Very well could be.
It is definitely from that era, like in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's Kennedy. I'm thinking like World War I or II ish.
But y'all heard what he said about 2024.
No, I couldn't understand.
He was talking about Trump's gonna win again in 2024. I'll get that link and send it to you after we're done.
Yeah, please do. Oh, y'all, I got so much to do tomorrow. God. It's see, this is my day off, but I don't really count it because I only slept for 3 hours today, but like tomorrow's my only full day off. So like I have a 2-page list of stuff I have to get done. Well, that I want to get done. If I don't get it all done, the world is not going to end. Good thing for you guys. Or I would be telling you right now, call your loved ones and tell them goodbye and you love them.
Right.
But I have to make lists or I'll forget something. So I start making a list of everything I want to get done. And then I start it by order of importance or the things that I can get started and walk away from and do other things.
Yeah. It did kind of sound like it was a New England accent. You're right.
Yeah.
And that's on puzzle the hell out of me. Because it did, once you said Eisenhower, it did sound like it. But a lot of recordings back then sounded a lot alike. I'll put my super sleuth on it. Heather will figure it out. She's actually started telling me stuff, giving me ideas for different lives and all. Can you hear me now, Houston?
I can hear you. I had myself muted. Sorry. What about you, Keith?
Uh-oh. Right? Yeah, David,
Damn,
I don't...
been dismissed. Like he just ghosted us in a hurry.
He said a while ago when he came up, he couldn't hear us.
Yeah, I know. I wonder what the hell's going on. See, that's why I don't try to do none of this stuff myself,
Huh?
because I am, as far as this kind of YouTube is concerned, I'm technologically illiterate.
Join the crowd.
Girl, you're way above me. Like, I wouldn't even know how to have an intro on a video. I don't know how to put that stuff together or anything. That's why I don't do a lot of videos and stuff like that. But I am gonna make a couple this week because Stuart said on JR's live stream the other night that he wished I would just do videos showing how to do this stuff. And so I'm gonna attempt. I don't know how good they'll be. So, but I'm gonna try.
You definitely, I mean, I can, you know, help walk you through it. It's pretty easy. I mean, it took me, you know, a couple of days to get the hang of it, but.
Right.
Keith, Heather said you need to clean the shit out your ears. That's the reason why you couldn't hear us.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm the one with shit in my ears because, damn, it's totally plugged up.
I don't know what she's talking about. I would never say such bullshit.
I love her. I bet her and I could have a fucking conversation for hours.
Absolutely. Y'all remind me so much of each other.
Yeah, it's the no filter thing.
You be a good girl?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, girl, you just told a lie.
Girl, I'm a good girl too. Yeah. I'm good at being bad. How you like that?
She's good at what?
Being bad.
What I thought she said was, I'm good with these hands.
Yeah, probably that too.
Can be.
What it is.
She said she can be.
Further than that.
Hey, Willow, how are you, hon?
Hi, Miss Willowbug.
It's good to see you, Willow.
Damn it, I was going to get to actually talk to Keith and his damn shit ain't working. That's BS.
Right.
I think he did that shit on purpose. Yeah,
said he'll try something else.
Chris is glad I'm home because even though he's got to listen to me out here talking, at least he don't have to stay awake long enough to go put the chickens up. See, when I work, he has to put the chickens up.
Mm.
And like he said, he said earlier tonight, he said, man, I'm so tired. I said, I bet you are. You had to stay up late and get up early. He's like, no, I didn't. I went to sleep, set my alarm, got up at 9, put the chickens up, and went back to sleep. I'm like, yeah, but you still interrupted your sleep. That ain't good. Mm-hmm. That's like not getting any sleep.
Right.
I had to clarify.
Right, because we all know how they lean when it comes to that.
Oh my God, girl! It's like I feel like I have to watch exactly the way I say things because, like, you know, there's sayings everybody says, and nobody thinks anything about it unless you're in that crowd, which is this crowd. Which, if I was in the chat, I'd do the same way. I promise you.
They watch what they say. What the fuck? I don't do that.
Well, I try not to embarrass myself on video that is going to be
impossible
on
for
YouTube
me to
forever. Have a
being
great
around.
night, Klingon.
Have a good night, hon. Well, you too.
I know he's talking to you, Peach, not me. Because I haven't I haven't canned ghee on here.
Maybe not this weekend, but next weekend, maybe. And I'm hoping to have my canner tomorrow or Friday.
Tomorrow, early in the day, would be awesome.
Right?
Because we could do a canning stream.
We can still do a canning stream if you want to.
Oh, girl, I'm canning. I told you. I mean, I have the meat thawed out in my refrigerator right now.
Mm-hmm.
I went and bought anything extra that I didn't already have here today. And I'm doing chicken pot pie filling and sloppy joes.
Right. You want to do it on live?
We can.
All right. What time?
I don't know, 6 or 7. My time.
All right. You want to do 7 your time, 8 mine?
That'll work.
All right.
Because, yeah, I got to get this stuff done. Are you good?
My
Are you
internet
there?
keeps going in and
Okay.
my internet keeps going in and out.
It happens. Hey, at least it's not as bad as Milkmaids.
Right? That poor woman.
Oh my God, Billy's was horrible the other night. Or, well, it wasn't the other night. I watched an old video off of Ghettos. He had a canning stream here, last weekend or something? Not well, I don't know when it was exactly.
Yeah, it was Saturday, I believe it was.
It was the night that I said I was too tired to stay up. I started to, and then I'm like, no, I can't. I just have so much stuff going on besides, and like, if I get up early what time did he even start it? Like at 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean 9 my time. I was exhausted. That's 10, Keith.
No, it's not 10.
No, that's number 10 that I just opened up.
Oh.
And he said he needs the link again. Okay, you already got it.
Yeah. Evening hope.
Yeah, evening. Yeah. Hell no, not 8 o'clock in the morning. I have too many other things to do in the morning. I'm going to start my seeds for my fall garden, pull plants, plant more seeds out in the garden, harvest some herbs to dehydrate, transplant my fruit trees. I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow.
I hear you. The sun has sent us another flare. It's supposed to be hitting today or tomorrow.
And see, I thought, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody, chat, Peach, whoever. In a grand solar minimum, shouldn't the sunspots be decreasing? Or the sun flares, I mean?
That's what I thought too.
And we're supposed to be going into a minimum.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is the last hurrah before we do. I don't know. I mean, okay. So, see, I'm not.
Over the weekend.
Sometimes I think I should be a blonde.
Nah.
Well, no, because sometimes it's like, okay, I'm not sure. Am I just stupid or is this the right way?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi.
Dang, I figured it out.
Well, glory, hallelujah.
Right?
That
So,
brain
Keith,
ain't totally pickled, hun. Takes lots of years. Take it from an experienced person.
Well, it takes a lot of beer.
I'm telling you, they say that alcohol kills brain cells, then I should have been fucking Albert Einstein level if I wouldn't have been drinking all these years. Because I'm a hell of a lot smarter than a lot of people I deal with.
now you sound like me, Tyger.
Girl, I'm just saying, oh my God. Every time I go to work, it's like, how can you be this fucking stupid? Can you read? I've actually asked people that before. Can you read? I've trained people. I've trained new people. And my first words to them are, can you read? Because if you can read, there's no reason you can't do this job. Throwing the horns right back at you, Keith.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Hi.
Damn, he just got here and he's already leaving. What the fuck? David, I did work at Wally World. And I promise you, some of them people are smarter than some of the people I've worked with over the years. Now tell me that's not sad.
Yep. I was trying to get a book off of Amazon yesterday, to read.
Right?
They have all them free books.
Yeah, on Kindle.
Yeah. I tried for 3.5 hours to download a book and it wouldn't work. So out of curiosity, I went over to the shopping side. You couldn't place orders either, or I couldn't.
Oh, so they were just that. You know what? I actually was trying to get what time yesterday?
It was about 1:30, 2:00 when I started my time.
Okay, you know what? That might have actually been when I was on because I'm an hour behind you. I was trying to get a book on Amazon yesterday too. Like actually buy it on for my ebooks because they don't have it for what they want for print. Hell no, I'll write the damn book. I'll copy it on my hand. And it kept saying there was an error. An error occurred or something. So like it just wouldn't. But then when I would go back on and try to purchase it again, it would say I already purchased this book. So I don't know what the hell. I think Amazon was just screwed up yesterday.
I think so too, because I had a scammer call me saying they were from Amazon. Amazon don't make phone calls.
No, they do not. And I'll tell you something else. I've gotten emails that say, oh, your Amazon account there was a suspicious login. Click this link. And I'm like, honey, I wasn't born yesterday.
Right.
And even if I was, I wasn't even born at night, let alone last night.
David, the book was only like 212 pages long, so it wasn't that. So what you been up to, Keith?
It wasn't my storage limit because I have the cloud, so
I'm not sure if I was born at night or what.
Oh, I was born in the morning. Before noon, actually.
I was born
I had
at
to go
12
get me a
o'clock.
beer.
No. There
AM or
you go.
PM?
Me, I was born at PM.
Oh, I was born at 11:12 a.m.
At the same
I was
time of my
I,
birth is the reason why I stay hungry all the time.
I was born. Let's put it that way.
Well, I hope
Right.
so.
I don't
Are
I
you
don't
sure
know
you
the
weren't
time, the
had?
day, or none of that. I don't have the birth certificate, so
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I've had mine so many times, and it's always a pain in the ass because I was born in Pennsylvania, and
yeah.
it's really difficult, at least for Pennsylvania, to get an out-of-state birth certificate. It's like if I was in Missouri, I could go to friggin' the health department and I'd give them, I don't even know how much it is nowadays, but back then it was $5. Um, and they would print it out right there. It's like, why do I have to go through all this fucking shit? Like,
It's $30 here now.
I had to replace my social. Oh, Jesus. I got to make sure I don't lose the one I got now then.
Mhm.
When I was in when I lost everything in my house fire, I had to replace my social card, my social security card, and my birth certificate. So I just want you to know, I'd already finally managed to get a hold of the records department in Pennsylvania to get my birth certificate. So I was waiting for it to come in, but I tried to get my social security card because I needed to replace my driver's license too. Well, you can't get a driver's license without a social security card, but you can't get a social security card without a fucking driver's license.
Yeah,
Tell me what kind of sense that is.
yeah.
This is some stupid shit right there.
It's a money racket.
I'm like, I have a name badge for my job right here on my shirt. It's got a picture ID on it. It's a picture ID. Do you
Mhm.
think they didn't check who the hell I was? They have to have all that shit that, that ID 99 or whatever the hell it is you got to fill out with your social
Right.
and your birth certificate and all that shit.
Yep.
And you can't take my fucking picture ID from my job, really? Oh, I'm so
Yep.
mad.
Well, you got to have a license or an ID to buy beer, but you got to have a license to drive a car too. So what do they think is going to happen, right?
Right.
I mean,
Actually, you only have to have an ID to buy beer. It doesn't have to be a driver's license. It can
it's
just
true,
be a state issued ID.
right?
I
Yep.
know because when my license was suspended, I lived on that ID, though I still drove. How did they think I was going to go to work?
That's true. So y'all want me to throw y'all for a loop?
Go for it.
So
Do
Try.
it.
I don't know how y'all's estates are, but here in the state of Georgia, to get Medicaid benefits, you either A, have to be pregnant, B, have a child under the age of 18 living in the house with you who is your child, or C, be disabled.
It's the same in Missouri.
Well,
Same one here too.
I was told today Medicaid will now pay for transgender surgeries.
Okay, but you have to be one of the three.
No,
Well, yeah, look
What?
who's in the office though.
exactly.
They keep pushing that stuff. I don't know. They're not
Mhm.
worried about all this stuff going on in the world, but they sure are worried about our kids, having sex changes and
Mhm.
my name's Bob and all this crap.
Yeah, that's some dumb shit right there. You know what? Kids say and do stupid things. That's why they're kids. Not that some adults don't too, but that's just because they never grow up. But or that that brain cell never divides. I don't know which. But you cannot. Okay, a child cannot testify in court without them verifying that they know right from wrong. But
Right.
you're going to let a child make a life altering decision like that?
Exactly.
And that's something you're stuck with. I mean, I'm sorry. Especially if you're a guy. You whack that sucker off, it ain't growing back.
Well, when we was growing up, they didn't have this internet, YouTube, and all that. And most kids these days, that's all they're on.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube, internet, and all that, and they get all this information from it, and they think, well, it's okay then. That's the way the world works now. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the truth.
parents are
Yeah,
having their
when I was growing up, the only internet we had was when I was in high school. We just barely started getting the internet, and we did that Oregon Trail shit on.
Mhm.
That was our internet right there. Hey, dial up.
Right.
yeah.
And
Now they
even
even
when
have
my mom was the first
commercials
one
about
to
it.
get a computer. And I mean, my youngest managed to screw her computer up every day without fail, somehow. And I would come home from work. Okay, I didn't grow up with computers, but I had to sit there and figure out how to fix it. And I finally told my mom, I said, Mom, just mess with it. She's like, well, I don't want to break it. I said, it's already broke. What the hell are you going to do?
Right.
How do you think I'm doing this? It's already broke.
And seniors do get Medicaid for 2 years before they transition into Medicare.
Oh, I'll have to check into that because I totally plan on retiring when I'm 62. I don't care. I don't care. Everybody's like, oh no, wait till you're at least 65, you'll get more. Well, no, because I've researched it, and by the amount you get and the amount of years they figure you're going to live, you're not getting anything extra.
Mm-mm.
So I will take the early retirement down in the country where life isn't so expensive, where I'm growing my own shit to eat and don't have friggin' utilities because we're off grid, and I'll be just fine on that. Thank you so much. Peace out, society.
Peace.
Right.
Dude, like I barely get, when we're on our property, there is no, oh, you want to be on this live stream? No, honey, because I ain't even going to be able to watch it. It's like I have my internet. Sometimes I can catch a little bit, but not very much, not enough to interact. And I'm all right with that. I can be good with that.
Well, that's the way it is out at my dad's house. I can barely, even be able to talk on the phone, much less data.
Oh, yeah. There is no talking on the phone on my property. Now, if I'm uptown, that's a different story. But yeah, I can get, this is so funny because like I can get messenger messages,
Hmm.
but I cannot send a text out. That's like backwards, right?
Yeah, it's very
Well,
backwards.
thank you. See, that's what I thought. There's no phone calls, but I can message on Messenger. And that's it. Like I love when we're
Mhm.
down in the country and work tries to get a hold of me and I don't get them because they want me to come in. because they're short staffed. And I don't even get the message till we get home late Sunday night. And I'll message them. I'm like, oops, I just got this. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you.
You may
Y'all
have
know
to
I go down
turn
to
it
the
off.
country every weekend I'm off.
The what, Keith?
Should have something turned off in the settings or whatever, you know.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just because, like, I get just enough bars to be able to get Messenger, but it won't send out my text until we're on our way to town.
What company are you going through?
Sprint.
No clue.
Sprint is actually T-Mobile now, but unless I actually call them for something, and then no, I'm Sprint. I'm like, no, Sprint doesn't exist anymore, you dumbass.
Right. I was
Dude,
going
I
through
got
that.
into like a 3-hour long argument with some poor soul. That's the way I'm gonna put it. Because honestly, if I would have been talking to me that day, I'd have been a poor soul too. But because I was mad. Oh my God, she had me so ticked off. And I understand she's just doing her job and it's not out of her control. But listen, bitch, I'm trying to explain to you that I'm not a T-Mobile customer when you want to take my money. And when I call you about something that I need you to do, oh, well, no, Sprint doesn't offer that anymore. Well, Sprint don't offer anything anymore, you dumbass. They don't
Right.
exist. Oh,
I was on T-Mobile and just got off of it because they mixed my bill up with somebody else's bill and tried to charge me $300 and they wouldn't fix it. So there went that
oh
out
my
there.
God. See, I used to have Verizon way back, like back when I was in Mississippi, actually before Mississippi, but I had it while I was in Mississippi. And when I lived in Mississippi, my daughters hadn't moved down there with me yet. And so what I did is I upgraded mine and my husband's phone. And then I sent them our old phones, kept them active with new numbers. So, and I paid their bill. And I told them, I said, I'll pay your bill as long as you don't go over your data, or which data wasn't even a thing back then for real. It was just starting to be a thing. As long as you don't go over your time, your hours and everything, I'll pay everything over. You got to pay because they were both out on their own. Obviously, they weren't with me, and so I paid their phone bill and our phone bill, and then they moved down there with us, which we also kept all the same phones. We moved back to Missouri a couple years after Katrina, and they kept going way over their usage charges. And I finally told them, y'all going to have to get your own phones, which they were working on. Well, then Verizon tried to stick me with this outrageous bill. Like it was like almost $1,000. And I'm like, there's no way. So I went and got a printout and it's like, no, this isn't us. It wasn't my daughter. It wasn't even our phone numbers. They would not fix it. I said, you know what? Sue me.
Same, just went through that
And
with Verizon
I
Wireless because
switched
I
to
went
US
from T-Mobile.
Cellular.
Yeah, I went from T-Mobile to Verizon Wireless, and well, David could tell you the phone is crazy. So
Well,
yeah,
my husband now
they
actually
just
has
give me
the
a
same
phone with
kind
a
of
number,
interest with Verizon.
and everybody gave me, everybody is calling and messaging me. I don't even know who they are, you know.
Right.
Mm.
Like they didn't even switch the number out of the person's name out of the phone. They just gave me somebody else's stuff. Like
Oh
what?
shit.
Yeah.
I have
That's
that same
insane.
problem.
I mean,
But
I've gotten oddball calls off and on over the years. Well, not recently now. I've had this number for so long. But when I first got the phone, and Chris did too. But yeah, that hasn't, I mean, obviously it's always going to be another number that nobody else has ever, or that somebody else has used.
I guess they didn't cancel it. I don't know. My phone rings all day long. I have no clue who these people are.
Yeah, I don't answer phone calls like that. If your number doesn't come up with the name, or especially if it says spam, yeah, I'm not answering. And if you don't leave me a voicemail that I may or may not check this week, honestly, I'm never going to call you back. I've had
Yeah,
so many spam calls. Like I keep getting calls about how I can uh, get rid of my student loan debt. Bitch, my student loans have been paid off for years. It's already gone. How are you going to get rid of it? You going to give it back? You going to give me my money back?
I'm gonna go to Cricket and try them. Ain't never tried
Now,
them.
see, I had them when they first started, and they were not bad for the metro area. But if you back then, I don't know what it's like now. Back then when we went down to the country, yeah, that was no signal.
down here, all we can get is Straight Talk or Verizon. That's it.
The best phone service we ever had was US Cellular.
Mm.
And they sold out of St. Louis and Chicago. So, which is how I ended up with Sprint, because Sprint was sucking up their customers, and I couldn't find a better deal at the time. So we just went with them, because I always research before we get a phone company. And so we went with Sprint. And I can honestly say when it was Sprint, we didn't have a lot of issues with them for real. But now that T-Mobile has taken over, I've been having some issues. And they are really pushing, trying to get us to upgrade.
Yeah, don't
Mm.
deny that.
I've been available for years. Year. I told him I'll upgrade my phone, just like I did the other times. This phone works just fine. I'm not upgrading. No. You just want me to fucking have to add extra money to my bill every month? No. It's paid
That's
off.
all they
I'm
want.
good.
Money, money, money.
Well, they're going to have to make it off of somebody else. I'm
Just like the
for it.
gas stations. That's all they want is money.
Now listen,
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem with that statement. It might be the gas companies, but it's not the gas stations.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I worked at a gas station as a manager for a couple of years, and I promise you, no. We went down. I mean, we'd go and check out our immediate, the company considered our immediate competitors, and if they dropped their price, then we would drop our price. But we never raised prices unless we got a phone call that said to. And that came from way higher up in the command. It wasn't the gas station.
Yeah, you're right on that one. You're right. I said that wrong, but you're right.
And let me tell you, you can't do it anymore because you either had to prepay or pay at the pump. But back when I worked in a station, you could still just go out there, flip the thing, and we would turn it on. And you would come in and pay for your gas. Do you want to know how many drive-offs we had Like, and that came out of my money. I mean, I paid for that. People think, oh, well, that's just the company. No, that comes out of my money.
Mm.
I literally, and every time somebody would do it, we'd have to call the cops and make a report right over the phone. I literally told the cops one night, I swear to God, if one more person does this today, I'm going to go out and shoot them. Just try to drive off. The cop said, I don't think I'm the one you want to tell that to.
Well, our gas
Oh,
has
I'm
went
so
down.
mad.
Our gas has went down 50 cents in 2 weeks.
Well, I keep waiting for it to go down here like y'all are saying, but the shit ain't happening. We've dropped 20 cents in a month.
Wow. Well, let's get ready to go back up. He
Shut
went to go
up.
get
I
more
haven't
oil.
gone down
Well, I
yet.
mean, he went to go get more oil and everything, and he just freaking devastated himself the whole time he was over there trying to get all that. So,
He's too stupid to know to be devastated.
yeah, he's not going to get any more gas or oil or none of that shit.
The only thing that man does nowadays, and it's on purpose, I'm sorry, ain't nobody can be this fucking stupid and breathe. All he's doing is degrading this country.
Mm-hmm.
He is making us less than.
What he's doing is the same thing he said he was going to do when I think
Destroy America.
Before Obama, and he was on camera talking about everything to people. He's doing the same exact thing that, he was talking about then. He's going with his plan. Why he thinks it's working, I have no clue. But,
I wanted to ask Peach this earlier, and everybody in the chat too, but did y'all watch Josh, I cannot even talk. Just Josh's video yesterday
No.
about Alaska
I did.
Preppers video?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Did you watch Alaska Preppers video?
Yeah.
Did that not fucking freak you out?
Yeah, a little bit, but
It did me too. Like, just listening to it, it kind of dude, it fucking scared me. I'm not even gonna lie. But then, like I said about other things, I can't control that. I just have to be prepared to deal with it.
yeah, that's right.
So,
You can't control it. What's
Welcome
done is
back.
done. I mean,
all I can say, y'all, hand to God. Somebody comes up there and tries to take my land from me, the only way they getting it is when I'm dead. And if I die, then I guess I won't know anyway, so it won't matter. I friggin' fought over a damn. My old man thought I was nuts, and I am, maybe just a little. But I fought over the neighbors moving the line, and like they weren't trying to move it. I know they weren't intentionally trying to move it to get any of our land, but dude, it was like 3 inches. Chris is like, well, they just did that because that's the tree they could find to hook this line to. I don't care. If you leave it like that, that becomes the line. I'm not giving up a half an inch. I'm paying for all this land. I'm not paying for them to get a half an inch of it, let alone 3. So no. And I'm not letting anybody else take it from me either. I'm paying for this shit. And if somebody else has an issue with that, they can fucking come to my door.
that's right.
You might not walk away though. You might be carried out. And I might die, but there's going to be a hell of a lot of people going with me.
Who said what was so special?
Who the video was about some information that Alaska Prepper had received about the UBI and things like that, and how they're setting it up. The guy that was in the interview was supposed to be, and and even he said he can't personally tell you that yes, this is exactly who this person is, but he had something else before that too about what goes on, what the government does to change things. But and it all correlated. But it talked about how they're setting up this UBI, how they're setting up the social credit score and everything. And there's going to be two classes of people: common people, which is going to be all of us, and what did he call the others? Not socialists.
Socialites.
No, I can't remember. It started with an S, but I cannot remember. It was like, in other words, the elites. And a lot of even the lower tier millionaires and billionaires are going to get knocked down to common people. They're going to take all your property. They're going to say they're distributing it to make everything equal to with everyone, and that's why they're going to let some of the top people fall to make all of us think that, oh yeah, you're making things equal. You're going to get like $1,000, $1,500 a month to live on, which you're not going to own any property. You're going to have to pay for every fucking thing. You're not going to own a car. You're going to eat the food they give you, which is not going to be real food, by the way. It's going to be fish food and bird food, like bugs, obviously.
Yep, it's coming.
Not to me, it's not.
Well, no, but I mean, to people who don't know about it, yeah, it's coming.
But I mean, that's why I say, if they think they're going to come take my property, they better think again.
Did you see whether
some of them going out with me?
The banks are holding over there in China? They're not giving the people their money and stuff now.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, like Tribe sent me a video earlier about it showed where they recorded tanks and stuff military tanks that sitting outside the ATMs and the banks and all that stuff in China. They're not letting them come in, get any money, do nothing.
They just have this so figured out. And the dude even said this isn't something they've been working on for a decade. This is something they've been working on for 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've already got it figured out how, they set up this UBI and this social credit system. And if you don't toe the line the way they want you to, they just take your money. And you'll freaking fall into line then. When you're starving or you're living on the streets or both, 99% of people are going to say, yes, sir, I'll do what you say. And they will. You don't believe me? Look at COVID.
Yep, exactly. That's how you get rid of guns, too.
Then again, that's part of my property.
You want to get rid of them, just say, hey, you want to eat? Give them up.
Yep. But what people don't stop and think is that gun's going to get you food. People are stupid.
It's true.
The
Not everybody's going to give them up, but the majority of people will.
Yeah.
When their kids go to starving and everything, they're going to hand everything over.
Right. They've already got a whole plan on how to deal with what they call them, like, I'm just going to say insurgents, same thing. People that don't want to go with the program, like preppers, and we were actually named as preppers. How to deal with that category, that group of people, because they're not going to fall in line. And people that don't want to eat the food that they're giving them, well, if they just want to starve to death, that's okay, because that's going to lower the population of the world.
Yeah. You know the scariest book I've ever read?
Which one?
The name of it's Earthquake. It's by Ira somebody. It's free on Amazon Kindle.
I think I've seen that.
I encourage y'all to go read that. Because guess who is the president in that book?
Obama.
No.
Who?
She said Obama.
Our VP now.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
So this is like a newer book.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Denise, how are you? And in it, she meets her demise by force of nature.
Oh.
And her VP was overseas. And I've been sitting here trying to remember his name. I know he's a member of Congress or something, and I can't think of his name. But anyway, he's out of California.
Newsom?
No, not Newsom.
Who's Newsom? Is he California? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, he's California governor.
Okay, I thought so.
But anyway, he, by default becomes president. And in the book, New Madrid, splits North America.
Okay.
Like a C shape.
That's 11.
But the letter C.
I just
And
had to do that.
You're right. But that book scared the shit out of me. The whole West Coast becomes a socialist country.
It pretty much is anyway.
So, what's the governor of California? What's his name?
Newsom.
Newsom. Yeah. Why was he at the White House while Biden was gone?
The rumors that I've heard is VP's on run for president in 2024, and he wants her as her VP. She wants him as her VP.
Would vote for that. You know what? I'm going to shut up, because there's going to be plenty of people that would vote for that stupid bitch.
I mean, if you're there, you're putting a plan together, right?
Right.
Klingon is Earthquake. It's by Ira somebody. I can't remember his last name. But it's free on Amazon. Yeah.
But only if you have Kindle.
Yeah. Only if you have Kindle.
Oh, yeah. Amazon is getting rid of Mylar bags.
What the hell?
Yeah, once they're gone, they're not going to sell anymore.
Yeah, we're here. Can you hear us? Tyger?
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now. Sorry, I went out to put my chickens up.
But yeah,
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I've seen it on.
Make you sit back and think.
I've seen it on MD Creekmore's video today. They're getting rid of Mylar bags where you can't buy them now.
I did see that. Yes, who? I think Angry posted something to his community about that.
That's so true, Miss even with duct tape.
What about duct tape?
You can't fix stupid with it.
No, but you can shut it up.
That's true.
Y'all, I posted something on Facebook the other day. I've gotten so many likes on it, and I was just posting it because it's so something I would say. And it said, a group of idiots is called a fuck that. And I'm
I think
telling
I've
you,
seen that.
I'm telling you, that's the way I feel nowadays.
Hmm?
Okay. Damn, I should have come out earlier. I can barely see it. My freaking flashlight on my phone won't work. Okay. I had to pick up a tree too. It fell over.
Uh-oh.
Well, that sounded really bad. It's in a pot. I'm not personally just going to lift a freaking tree up off the ground unless it's in a pot. Oh, what are you barking at? Come on, Jasmine. Get in here. Come here, butch bitch.
And our adjectives were.
Okay. It's kind of I walked right through a spider web, and I hate spiders.
Oh, no. Uh-uh.
Girl.
Ooh.
Now I'm going to think I got a spider crawling on me all night.
I will feel spider webs for hours after I walk through them.
Speaking of spiders, I got a spider bite on my thumb here.
Did you get it checked out?
No, but it's getting worse. It's making a little bitty hole, so I'm gonna have to go get it checked.
That's what
Probably
I
a
was
brown recluse.
Go get antibiotics.
Yeah, I've
that
had a
shit
brown
will eat
recluse
it.
bite before. That ain't no good. It's not fun.
Yeah, my youngest daughter got bit by a brown recluse, but luckily they caught it in time and treated it with antibiotics, so she didn't have to get any skin debrided.
Yeah, we keep them here in the house for some reason. They're
What,
everywhere.
the brown recluses or the antibiotics?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dude, you don't be keeping brown recluses in your house.
Well, no, but I mean, you can try anything you can do to get rid of them, and they come right back. I don't know if they're coming from the attic or basement or outside building, or I don't have
to
a clue.
say, at least here in the city where we're at now, I've probably only seen 3 spiders inside this house the entire time we've lived here. And I've only killed one of those. Chris killed the other 2 because the only reason I killed the one is because I was here all by myself. And I cannot be at peace knowing that there's a spider in my house. And like, seriously, I've come a long way since I was younger. There was a time where I didn't care where I was. If I saw a spider, it had to die. But now, as long as it stays outside of my house and it's not on me or anywhere near where it could get on me, I'm good. I'll let it be. And I'll even tell it, you stay out here and don't come in my house and we'll be just fine. We can be neighbors. You cannot come in my house. Why are our adjectives was, were? I don't understand.
I think she was talking about where she said she voted for Larry Elder.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, our governor's race here in Georgia. I don't know which one's worse. Well, yeah, I do, but Kemp is the lesser of the two evils, but
Is he Republican?
yeah.
We've had a Republican governor like forever.
So but the Democrats is wanting Stacey Abrams in. That's one
I've actually heard
stupid
that
shit.
name.
Oh, we have Cooper.
I don't reckon I've heard that one.
Yeah, me either. Like,
No,
I know
Cooper
who
is
our governor
okay.
is, but I cannot tell you right now.
Yeah.
But did I mention I'm on 11?
Right.
So,
Cooper's a
I mean, if
Democrat.
I heard it, I'd know it, but
All the way.
I can't bitch about our governor for real. I mean, he's done some things that I don't agree with, but as far as our constitutional freedoms, he's done everything he can in Missouri to keep us to block the feds. I'm just
Right.
gonna
I
put
can't
it
bitch
that
about
way.
ours either. I mean,
Huh?
I know I can't bitch about ours either. I mean, I know he's leftist and blue and this, that, and the other, but he doesn't push all the laws like, you think he would. It's not no California governor, I'll put it that way.
You know what though? Here's the thing. I think there's a difference between just being a Democrat and being a leftist. Like
Right. Roy Cooper,
the
that's his name.
extreme.
Roy Cooper.
Yeah.
Like what's our dumbass that's sitting in the White House right now? He's a Democrat, but he's not. He doesn't. The Democrats today are not the way Democrats used to be.
They put him in there, man. They had to.
Oh, they did. Dude,
Well, enough.
I
I
swear to
mean,
God, the
he
night.
can't even run his own campaign by himself. He
Right.
doesn't know what he's doing. So
Dude, he don't even know to go
I'm
use the
clueless to what these
bathroom.
people think that is actually going on when it's not, you know.
The night when he got elected, I swear to God, I went to bed and Trump won.
Yeah, he did.
I woke
Big
up and
time.
no, Biden won. I'm like, how the fuck did that even happen?
Yeah, we got 4 things in the mail for that to vote that year. They're only supposed to send you 1, right?
Right.
Yeah, we got 4 of them.
But that again is out of my control. I'm really, I get so friggin' worked up over stuff. I have to tell myself, I seriously have to tell myself out loud even sometimes. I can't control that. And I will honestly, with the exception of this presidency, I will honestly say that my life hasn't changed much from one president to the next, regardless of what political party they are over the years, until now.
Until now, I was about to say.
I said with the exception of this presidency.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time, even Chris is like, I can't believe this shit. And like, I'm way more extreme about this than he is, or more, not even extreme. Like, I just pay more attention to what's going on, to the news, not necessarily the mainstream, but what's going on in the world. than he does.
Mm.
And in the very beginning, he's like, oh, it ain't him. This shit happens every year, blah, blah, blah. Now he's like, this is bullshit. This motherfucker. I mean, like, he's almost as bad as I am now. So,
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous.
and even my daughters, my daughters, I don't know where they got their politics from. Well, now I can say it's from me, but before that, I'm like, y'all must be related to your dad. I thought she was my daughters, but because they hated Trump so bad, they could not wait they just hated him. But do you know when he was running against Biden, they were like, hell no, no. Even when he was running against Hillary, nope. They didn't want Hillary in either. But
Yeah.
I mean, they really didn't. They were so, and now they're like, God, I wish we had Trump back.
My daughter is the same way. Same way. She didn't want Trump in there. She wanted Biden in there. Now she's like, well,
Oh, my kids
maybe I
did
made a
not want
mistake.
Biden.
You know.
They actually, my oldest actually voted for the first time in her life in this last president election, and she's 30-something years old.
Did you know that Bill Clinton had come out against Biden?
He came out against him.
Yeah. He said he's running the country into the ground. I didn't expect to hear him say anything like that, but
well,
yeah, he said it
that
just the
makes
other
you
day.
wonder if they're trying to get Hillary up in there again.
Yeah, that's true.
And that'd be worse than Biden. I'm sorry, but it would.
I agree. That's just like, I want Biden out so bad. I really do. But not at the cost of having Kamala in it. No, I don't. I want her in there even less than I want Biden.
Also, I have another video of I doubt you can play it on YouTube, but it's of a phone call with Biden and Zelensky of Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Zelensky just got rid of his top general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the other day.
I do know
He
that.
fired him. Okay, well, it was a phone call between them, and Biden said to fire him, or you don't get your billions of dollars. Next thing you know, he got fired.
I
don't doubt it.
I know we live in a very
But those
messed up
billions of
world right
dollars
now.
are our tax money dollars, that he's just shipping over there.
What he just like promised Saudi Arabia how much money? 100 million, or was it 100 billion?
Oh, they shot it down. They ain't gonna do
did
it.
they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they didn't take it and then tell him fuck you anyway.
So, Saudi Arabia is coming back on the main stage, and America is going backwards right now.
Their whole goal is to make all the first world countries, of which we are the top, into third world countries.
Yep.
And listen, y'all, they're out to demolish Russia too. Russia is against all this shit. They want to get rid of Russia.
Well, they want to make basically Russia a NATO country. They want to corrupt them too, basically.
Yeah.
But he won't go for that. And he's surrounded by it, so
Yeah.
that's why he's doing his special operation. I mean, anybody would. If you look really deep into it, you would do the same thing he's doing right now.
Exactly. That's what I was
Not,
going to say. They
you
are
know,
intentionally setting
yeah,
up the stage for war
Mhm.
because
yeah.
he has no other choice. And listen, I could give two fucks about what goes on over there, except that ultimately it's going to affect my life.
That's it. It's going to affect everybody's life.
But people don't think so.
No, they
Well,
don't.
well, guess who chose Bear's side today?
Did you
Say
just
that
cut out
again.
for me?
I was just throwing that out there.
What are you throwing
Now,
out there?
guess who chose Bear's side today?
Saudi Arabia?
No.
They already did anyway, but no, I don't know. Iran?
Yep.
Iran
Okay.
and Turkey.
Yep, I seen that.
I mean,
I
Turkey's
didn't know that
a
was
NATO
today though.
member of ours, but this whole thing between Sweden and Finland has got Turkey like on edge for some reason. So they're kind of deciding to get pulled out of NATO and go with Russia,
Yeah.
which is a bad thing for Israel.
Very bad. I gotta go get my phone charger. I'll be right back.
Okay. So one of the things I've been thinking about is the reason all this stuff is going on over there to start out with, because it's going to end up being worldwide. I promise you. Um, they're trying to. They want a one world government, like one group of people rules the world, and we
But
already know which group.
it ain't going to happen. No.
Um, the only way you can do that is if you tear down countries so that there is no more Russia, there is no more Turkey, there is no more Iran, there is no more anything. And the people are going, because everything gets so bad, and we already know it's coming, but it gets so bad that the majority of the people will say, yeah, we just want somebody that's going to give us peace. And then there's your one world government.
Well, you got to have a 7-year peace treaty, right? According to the Bible.
Yep.
I don't think that's happened yet.
Oh no, it hasn't, but they're setting the stage up. You got to have a
So this
war
whole
before you can get the
biblical
peace treaty.
nuclear war thing is like everybody's talking about. I don't think, yeah, that's not happening yet either. So
Yeah, we're like, I mean, I've heard people say, "Oh, 6 to 12 months." No, I think it's going to be a little longer than that. But things are not going to get any better than they are today. They're only going to start getting progressively worse.
yeah, it's all got. What do they say? It's all downhill from here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Tribe didn't even know what he was coining whenever he did that.
Nope. And from my understanding of the Bible, the way I read it, everybody reads it differently.
Right.
Russia, as well as other Arab countries, will attack Israel before peace.
Yeah.
But God will protect Israel.
It's all
Right.
coming together.
Exactly.
It's right in front of you. It's all
But
coming
you
together.
know what drives me nuts about some of the YouTube creators now? Is they keep
What's that?
saying how the world is ending, this is it, it's done, blah, blah, blah. you still have to have them 2 witnesses, people, before any of that other shit goes off.
Exactly. Don't follow Canadian Prepper or whatever his name is.
I actually do listen to him because he does
Yeah,
have some good information. I just don't listen to the fear
it's all
shit.
wrong though. I mean,
Well,
he's thinking that Russia is like dominating Ukraine and all this. Well,
oh yeah, I
don't
know.
follow other news and everything. Follow people from Ukraine or whatever. They're actually pushing Russia back now, and Russia can't get
Oh
a strong.
yeah, they just bombed that
They
nuclear
can't
place
do
again in
anything with
Russia.
Russia, or Russia can't do anything with Ukraine right now because we sent all them weapons over there. It was the other
Right.
day he come out and he said, "Well, Russia has destroyed the HIMARS system and all that, and the EU, the other news and stuff like that from around the world come out and said that Russia lied about that."
Right. Well, you heard that Ukraine attacked that nuclear place again today, right? Or yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I slept today, so.
Yeah.
Well, they're sending these weapons to hit Russia. Even though
Right.
Russia said don't hit us or it'll be doomsday. Well, they've already been hitting Russia. They've been hitting them for weeks. They've
Yeah,
been blowing up their ammunition depots and all that stuff.
they sure have.
So
Absolutely. And when I seen what was being said about Russia attacking Crimea, that they said they was gonna do it with the West's weapons.
Well, you know,
So
I actually heard on somebody's stream, what if, sorry, I'm eating licorice. What if the Ukraine is asking for all these weapons and stuff from the United States so that they can give them to Russia?
yeah, I remember that. I can't remember whose stream it was, but
Yeah, I don't remember, but
I want to say it was Tribes.
yeah, because I don't listen to a lot of lives. It could have been
no, it
on
wasn't
Hutchins,
it
though.
was somebody else. But I heard that too. But if that was true, then Russia would have done took Ukraine.
Not if they already have an agreement. See, the thing is, none of us know what the bigwigs are actually doing behind the scenes.
That's true.
That's true. All we can follow is what we can follow.
It's
Yep.
what they let us know.
And what they want us
That's
to know.
it.
Most of the news that come out of Russia is just junk.
Mm-hmm.
You can find people that's like, look, Ukraine bombed Ukraine. Russia didn't do this, and you can find other Ukrainian people that says that people that do that is bought and paid for by Russia. That's why they're out there telling you that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a big propaganda war. That's how it is.
Yeah. Whenever you think about everything that's going on today, all the stuff, and all the conflicting reports on everything, and he said, she said, blah, 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 makes you wonder how much of our history is accurate that we know already, or that we think we know. Because who really knows except for who's there?
Absolutely. Well, that's like, I remember, what my history books said when I was in school. And to
They
look
don't
at the
say the
history
same
book,
now, do
Nope.
they?
nope, not at all.
History
that-
rewrites itself. And then they go and teach the kids in school something different.
Hmm. It's absolutely true.
the history of even just our country is not the same today as it was taught back when I was in school. Probably not even the same as you guys learned from when I was in school.
Nope.
You know, whenever I graduated, you had to, and even when my daughters graduated, I do know this, so probably you guys too, I'm sure. You had to be able to, you had to take a test on the Constitution and all this other stuff. You know, they don't even try to teach you that now. They don't want nobody to know what your freaking rights are supposed to be.
Nope. That they don't.
Yep, because the law rewrites itself too.
Oh, hell
There's a
yeah,
new
it
law
does.
every day. There's a new law every day.
You know what kills me though is the Constitution is the law of the country. That is the bare bones. The ship hit, or this is the end. The road ends here. That's the law. That Constitution is law. Is not open to being amended. I mean, I know they added things to it as the years went on, but the original Constitution is not open to, oh no, well, you have the right to bear arms, except or only if, no, there's none of that. You can't change it. But they keep trying,
Hmm.
and people keep letting them.
Absolutely.
I noticed, Keith, I think we put them all to sleep.
I'm beginning to think the same thing. It says there's 5 people in chat.
Well, they sleeping. Even David. Like, I haven't seen David chat anything in forever.
How many's in chat?
It says 5 on mine.
Oh, it says 6 on mine. I don't know.
Oh, don't say nothing on mine because I can't tell. I'm on my phone.
I'm on
But
mine too.
tomorrow it'll be 100 and something views, right?
Right? That's the way it
Like,
always
how does that
goes.
make sense?
It's usually well, I actually know that my top right now is about 30.
On your, even later?
Yeah. Even later.
Well, when I go look at it,
I
it's
agree with you,
100
Denise.
and something the next day. Like, what?
Yeah.
Hey, girl, I don't get very many views on my stuff either, so it don't matter to me though. I just do it because.
Right.
And
No,
honestly,
I don't get anything either.
well, that's because do you even post anything anymore?
Yeah, I posted a video 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I don't get. I'm gonna have to see if they unsubscribe me from you because I know I was subscribed. But shit. Now you made me forget what I was gonna say.
It's like, you know, which I don't even have 100 subscribers. I got like 87 or something.
Oh, dude, you got 20 more than me at least.
And then you
I
work
think I
really
got
hard on the video
24.
and put it together, and you get like 12 views. Like what? Or 12
Well,
likes.
like I said, I don't have to put anything together because I just shoot whatever I'm doing and that's it. Because I don't know how to do all that editing stuff y'all do. So And I'm good with that.
I'm still learning on the editing. I ain't even gonna lie.
I agree with Denise, though. America doesn't need to be over anywhere else.
When I first started CapCut, I didn't know how to use it, and then I went and looked at YouTube. You know, quick editing with CapCut is what I looked up, and it showed me everything I needed to know. It wasn't but a 5-minute video, and I'm like, I can do that.
Dude, I
It's not
wouldn't
bad.
even known to look up CAPTA. Like I got on YouTube one time to check out how to make YouTube videos. And these people, yeah, I didn't even watch half of it because it was like stupid. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
You just go to the Play Store and download CapCut. It's like other apps you download, and you just add your video to it, and you can slow your feed down, speed it up, cut this, cut that. You can add effects to it. I think the best thing about it is where it says ending. You click where it says ending, and it'll take CapCut off. You don't have to pay for it, so you can get rid of the watermark.
Huh.
Yeah. That's way above my pay grade.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Keith is awesome at it.
Yeah, I'm good at starting the video and stopping the video, and that's it. I'm your girl for that, though. I can push the button.
Right, me too. But yeah, I mean, I know why my views is down, and it's okay. It ain't no big deal.
Yeah, because you was high up there for a minute, Teach, or higher.
Yeah.
But you know what? For real, I like the littler channels. I mean, that's why I watch Tribe. That's why I watch Hutch, Backwoods, all of them guys. When they get, it seems to me, and not everybody, because like I watch Patera and she's got like thousands of people that watch her.
Yeah.
A lot of the YouTube creators, when they really start getting up there, they change.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched Prepper Nurse One almost from day one. He was actually the first prepping channel that I ever watched. And like I subscribed to him and everything. And he is nothing like he used to be. And I'm not dogging the man. He's just no longer my cup of tea. He's not somebody I want to watch anymore.
I used to watch him. I'm still subscribed to him, but
I'm not anymore, but then I went through and got rid of a bunch of people. So
yeah, I think he's like got ADHD. He'll be talking about something. Next thing you know, he's focusing on something else, and then he'll go back, and then he focuses on. It's like, yeah, this man's got ADHD, I believe. But
well,
he's
that, and I think he's trying
150,000 subscribers or something.
right.
Like,
And I understand that he actually makes a lot of his living off of YouTube now. And that's cool. I don't begrudge the man that. But he pushes the stuff that he's affiliated with so much now, it's almost like an infomercial when I watch him. So if I wanted to watch an infomercial, I would stay up until A&E switched over to it every night. I mean,
Yeah, I was subscribed to him there for a while, and I unsubbed.
really liked him in the beginning. He was, that's all Chris heard. And you could ask him. That's all he heard. I watched him nonstop. And
Yeah.
then just
Now it's just
started
ridiculous.
changing, and I don't know. It got too commercial for me.
It's just the smaller channels are just way better than me.
Yeah.
Because they're not trying to make a living off of you.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I don't begrudge anybody a living, but at least stick to what you started out with to get to that subscriber base. You know, I mean, I still watch Bear, and he actually, every time he puts a video out, at the very end of it, he does his little thing about Refuge Medical and all that stuff, Caleb House and all that, and that's cool.
But
But
that's
he'll
his
even
stuff,
tell
though,
you,
right?
okay, you know, if you're not interested in supporting the channel, this is where you need to leave now. And I mean, I usually do leave now, but not because I'm not interested in supporting his channel, but because I'm already a member of his on Patreon. I've already bought stuff off of Refuge Medical. I've already donated to Caleb House. There's nothing else I can do. I mean, and I totally support Caleb House because that is something we need. Like, when's the last time you heard about all that shit with Epstein's Island and everything?
Right.
Who are all the fucking Johns that set that shit up? Who paid for that shit? Did you hear anything about that?
Nope.
You want to know why? Because they're all up there.
They all in
They're
the house.
running this fucking country and making these damn movies.
What I missed. I went to go get a beer and I heard making these damn movies.
I said, when's the
Who
last
made
time you
what
ever heard
happen?
about Epstein's Island or anything? What happened to all the people that paid for those services? Did you ever hear who they are?
You'll never know. You'll never know.
No, you already know. They're running this country and making the movies.
Well, true.
That's it.
But if you want to put it out in public, you'll never know.
Nope.
The fact that they didn't disclose who those people were already tells you who they are.
Hey, did y'all see where they arrested all those AOC members yesterday? And they had their hands behind their back, but there was no handcuffs or whatever.
Oh, I didn't see it, but I did hear about it. Andrew was talking about it last night.
Like, how can you miss that they don't have handcuffs on? And even when they was leaving to get in the car, they waved at the crowd. Like, did y'all forget you're supposed to have handcuffs on? You know, like.
Right.
They missed the fact that they didn't have handcuffs on, the same way that they didn't notice that prominent people that were getting the jab on YouTube videos didn't get a damn shot. They either didn't have anything in it or they never even tried to inject anything in them.
Absolutely. And I mean, you know, the fact that, you know, they're staging shit like that, to me, is stupid.
Right. But you know what? The reason they do it is because probably more than just the Americans, but I'm just going on the United States. The American people have watched movies consistently for so long that they will believe anything you show them. They don't pay attention.
Right.
And I'll tell you,
Uh-oh. She hit the button again.
Lord. What we gonna do with her? She done had too much to drink.
Hey.
There you are.
Hey.
Girl, I dropped my
Didn't
phone
say
and
talk
pushed
about
the
it.
damn button. See, I got too excited. I told you I get excited about this stuff. I was going to say shit, but.
Hey.
Oh, okay. I'm going to calm down because I really do want to go to bed tonight. But I was going to finish my thought.
Uh-huh.
I was going to say, do you remember the movie Dawn of the Living Dead?
Yeah.
Where the dude attached a chainsaw to his arm because his hand got cut off?
Mm-hmm.
If you watch that movie, in one scene he has it on one arm, and then when you see him like 2 seconds later, it's on the other arm.
Yeah.
But how many people notice that?
Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of stuff like that in TV shows, like Walking Dead and stuff like that.
Right. But
And
I mean,
a lot of people just sit right through it and they never notice. Like,
exactly. Exactly. And that's how they knew they could pull the shit with the jab and all this other stuff they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to set my phone down so I don't accidentally push the wrong button again. Or push a button. But yeah. So yeah, I was so excited I was about to stand up and my foot caught on my cord and I jerked my phone out of my hand, and when I started to catch it, I pushed the exit button. But yeah, I don't know. Things are messed up in the world, and all I'm saying is the best anybody can do is just deal with their own personal world right now.
It's true. That's very true.
You just got to remember that everything is not personally affecting you at this point. Doesn't mean it can't, but you can only deal with what you got in front of you right now.
Right. Right now it's time to prep.
Yes.
That's right. And you prep, you know, like all these people will say, oh, what are you prepping for? I'm prepping for the worst thing that I could possibly imagine so that hopefully I'm prepared for everything else that could happen.
Right.
And when it comes to all the big stuff like Yellowstone blowing up or a catastrophic earthquake in my area where it splits the country in half or somebody dropping nuclear bombs on us, I'm probably not going to survive that anyway. So, I mean, again, I'm not God. I cannot resurrect myself or anything like that. So I just have to deal with what I can control. And that's all any of us can do.
That's exactly right.
Put as much control in your own hands as you can and just hope for the best otherwise.
Absolutely.
And you know, there's a lot of YouTube channels on here that talk about, you know, believe in God, this, that, other, and then you know, they give you Bible verses or whatever, and then they show you their bug out bag and stuff. And there's one thing missing.
The Bible.
You don't get the Bible nowhere in the bug out bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like okay, well I'll unsubscribe from you too.
Well, one of the things that really gets me is whenever there's a content creator on and they're just telling you what's going on. Like what's his name? Southern Prepper One. I love his boots on the ground. He gives you really good information just to keep people informed what's going on so that you are prepared for it, right? And you get all these people in there, they're like, oh, you just have to put all your faith in God and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, you do have to have faith in God. I'm not refuting that at all. But there is a verse in the Bible that says God takes care of people who, or God takes care of those who take care of themselves. God says in the Bible to prepare. He's told many nations in the Bible to prepare. You don't just sit down at your freaking kitchen table or lay in your damn bed and say, okay, God's going to take care of me. No, God is giving you the ability and the knowledge to take care of yourself with his help.
That's true.
Absolutely.
I don't know. It just gets me. There's Rice TV. He's a Christian channel, and he talks about all this. Other people, off-grid desert farming, like that, and they'll go show their bug out bags or whatever, but they don't have a Bible in there.
Right.
And it just makes me wonder, like, well, you can preach all that on YouTube, but you don't have a Bible in your bag. That just,
Well, now that you mention it, Keith, I actually don't have one in my bug out bag. But I think part of that is because being optimistic, if we ever have to bug out, my bug out bag is actually like my everyday carry. If we had to bug out, my hope is that we're going to have time to get everything we need out of our house to go with us. My Bible is right there on my bookshelf by my bed, and every one of them damn books is going with me. There's not one damn book in this house that I'm leaving behind. Well, there might be some, but those would be fiction books. But like the ones that are by my bed are the most important books. And I think that's why I don't put it in my bug out bag. I honestly never thought about it before. Jesus, my Bible is so big, I don't know where the hell I put it. I'm just saying.
They make them small enough to put in there, but I was just wondering about these Christian channels that talk about it, and since they want to push so hard about that and then show their bug out bag and then there's no Bible in the bug out bag. Like, why do y'all do that?
Right. And you're right.
They'll go through the whole bag and there's no Bible there, and then they'll put everything back in the bag and tell you a Bible verse. Like, dude, you didn't even show a Bible in your bag. That didn't make sense. So.
That's the truth, though. Straight up, it is the truth. But I mean, that's my excuse for it. And I know excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one. None of them smell good, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Right.
That's true. That's what I always say. I plead the fifth.
No, dude, you admit to stuff without video evidence.
What?
You admit to stuff without video evidence.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream if y'all want to hang out. Y'all got anything y'all want to put out?
Not really.
I don't know.
I am going to put a couple videos up this week. I'm going to make them tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have them up by, what is tomorrow, Friday? I mean Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully I'll have them up by Friday.
Keith, you got anything scheduled?
Of course not. But
Well,
Yeah.
Stuart's the only
Guys,
reason I do.
we'll be
We're canning tomorrow, right?
I put
Yeah.
out a video like once a month. So, you know.
Yeah. We look forward to those.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and check, Keith, because I honestly have not gotten one notification on you in months. At least a month, too.
So I'm not
But
sure how to put like music in the
Yeah.
bottom or whatever. I try it, but I don't do it right, so I get copyrighted anyway.
Ah,
So if you use music, you can put it, the description down at the bottom. But if you don't do it the exact same the way that YouTube wants you to do it, you're going to get copyrighted. I don't understand it. But
what do you like if? Because like I put a couple a video at least I know of when we were on our way to the meetup, and I know we had music playing in the background off the radio. So would that be copyrighted?
probably.
They
Yep.
haven't said anything yet, but then like I have 64 viewers or subs, so they
Well, I
probably
We'll download YouTube Studio, and then it'll pick up everything you got, and it'll tell you if you're copyrighted or not. If you download YouTube Studio.
YouTube Studio.
yeah.
Okay, I'm writing that down.
All right, for those two, good night. Y'all keep you stay safe, wrapped up, stay wrapped up. Tiger and I next come up will be 7 Central. And that will see y'all then, guys.
Y'all have a good
If
night.
anybody wants to come up again, y'all more than welcome.
Yeah.